You don't have a not enough time problem, you have a save point problem, because right now, every time you pick up the controller, your brain quietly asks, how long is this going to take? And who am I really disappointing? That question turns gaming into absolute guilt. But here's a twist, you can still game with a job and a partner and even a baby and actually enjoy it if you learn how to play in micro sessions and plan your stop points like a grown-up. In a minute, I'm going to give you one sentence that ends guilt instantly, and it works even if you only have 12 minutes a day. It's 10:47 p.m, the baby is finally asleep, your partner is scrolling in that zombie way that means I'm here, but I'm also not here. You get me, right? You sit down, boot up the console, and your brain does the thing. You stare at your library like it's a buffet with 400 dishes. You scroll some more. You open one game, it hits you with 3 menus, 2 updates, a battle pass, and a reminder that you missed the limited time event. Cool. You close it, you open another, and you're like, wait, what was I doing in this quest again? And suddenly, your 20 minutes of free time is gone, and you've achieved absolutely nothing. If you've ever felt this way, keep watching, because the fix is not be more disciplined. By the end of this video, you will understand why gaming starts to feel heavy when life gets full, and you will have 3 fixes you can use immediately. Fix 1 is a 30-second reset you can do right before you play. Fix 2 is a simple plan you can set up tonight that makes micro sessions feel satisfying instead of pointless. And fix 3 is the permanent one. It changes your identity as a gamer so you can stop negotiating with guilt every single time. And yes, you can do this even if you love FPS, RPGs, Metroidvanias, Souls-likes, and your backlog is basically a museum. Here's what changed. Games got longer, stickier, louder. They don't just want you to play, they want you to live there. Daily challenges, rank ladders, just one more run, season resets, FOMO events, and little voice that says, if you stop now, you will fall behind. But at the same time, your life got smaller in all the best ways. A job that drains your brain, a partner who deserves your presence, a baby who does not care that you are one trophy away from that platinum. So you have a clash. You want meaning, fun, mastery, that clean satisfaction of getting better, but your brain chooses what is easiest. Low friction dopamine, the scroll, the purchase, the planning fantasy, not the actual play. That's why you can feel burnout while technically doing absolutely nothing. And in a second, I will show you one mental model that explains all of this perfectly and makes the last tip hit way harder. Here's the model. Your real enemy is not time, it's friction. Think of gaming like parking in central London, right? If you don't know where you're going to park, you don't start the trip because you can already feel the stress at the end. Gaming is the same. If you don't know where you're going to stop, your brain treats the whole session as dangerous. It feels like you're opening a door you won't be able to close. So you either avoid starting or you start and then feel guilty the whole time. Micro sessions work when you don't just plan the start, you plan the stop. Keep this in mind because it changes the last tip completely. Okay, let's take a few psychological ideas quickly without turning this into a lecture. Study 1 is about choice overload. In a famous set of experiments, people were more attracted when they saw a huge selection, but they were more likely to actually choose and buy when the options were limited. Too many choices felt exciting at first, then it became paralysis. That is literally your backlog. A big library feels like freedom, but when you finally get your 20 minutes, the freedom becomes decision fatigue. So you spend your gaming time choosing, not playing, and the consequence is brutal because you walk away feeling like gaming is unproductive when really you just got trapped at the menu screen. This is why willpower fails here. And study 2 is about implementation intentions, basically if-then plans. Research on this shows that when you decide in advance, if situation X happens, then I will do Y. You don't have to negotiate in the moment. The cue triggers the action with way less mental effort. For gamers, this is absolute gold. If the baby is down and my partner is settled, then I play one micro session of my current game. Timer on and I stop at the planned save point. Now, you're not stealing time, you are executing a plan. And the consequence is consistency, even with a chaotic life, because you remove the hardest part, which is deciding when to start. This is why motivation feels unreliable. Study 3 is about what makes games satisfying in the first place. Self-determination theory says we enjoy activities when they feed 3 needs: autonomy, competence, and relatedness. In studies on video games, those needs predict enjoyment and future play. So if your gaming is reactive, rushed, and guilt-soaked, autonomy drops. If you keep restarting and forgetting what you were doing, competence drops. If gaming puts you in conflict with your partner, relatedness drops. And that mix doesn't just reduce fun, it turns your hobby into a stressor. This is why more gaming can feel like less joy. You might have heard the idea that self-control is like a battery and it runs out. The evidence here is a little bit messy, you see, and large replication work has found the effect can be tiny or not show up at all, depending on the task. But the practical takeaway still holds. Do not build your gaming life on a heroic willpower at 11 p.m. Build it on design. And in a second, I'm going to show you what that design looks like in real life. You finally get your window, baby is asleep, kitchen is good enough, the partner is in that tired silence. You think, I should spend time with them. And you also think, I need something that's mine. So you compromise, you half play. Controller in hand, guilt in chest, you check the baby's monitor every 30 seconds like it's a boss health bar. You get into flow, you can't relax, you can't even enjoy the win when you beat a mini-boss because your brain immediately says, yeah, but you shouldn't be doing this. That's not gaming problem, that's undefined boundaries. And we're about to fix it step by step. Fix 1, the save point scan. This is your quick win. Before you play, you ask 2 questions. Where can I stop safely? What is the smallest satisfying thing I can do? That's it. The exact steps are as follow. Open your chosen game, look at where you are, pick a stop point that is 8 to 15 minutes away, a bonfire, a shrine, a checkpoint, a quick save, a safe room. Then choose one tiny objective that fits inside that window. Souls like 1 run to the next checkpoint or 1 boss attempt. FPS, 1 unranked match, not ranked unless you enjoy suffering. RPG, 1 quest step, not finish the entire quest line of my people. Metroidvania, clear 1 new branch, then save. Set a timer. When the timer goes, you stop at the planned point, even if you could keep going. Why this works? You reduce friction and you reduce the fear of I'm going to disappear for 2 hours. Your brain relaxes because the parking spot is free. But if you only do this, you will relapse because the biggest trap is not the session, it's the choice of what to play. Tonight, you're going to create a tiny gaming system, not a schedule, a system. Step 1, pick 2 games for this season. 1 deep game for immersion like an RPG or Souls-like, 1 snack game for a quick hits like Metroidvania runs, a roguelike or a casual FPS mode. Only 2. Your backlog will scream, let it scream. Step 2, write a micro session menu for each, literally like 3 points. Examples can be 1 checkpoint run, bank your currency, quit, 1 boss attempt, review 1 mistake and quit, 1 quest step, journal updated and then quit. For the snack game, for example, you can do something along the lines of 1 run, then quit, clear 3 rooms, then save, 1 match, then quit. Step 3, do save point planning. Before you end a session, spend 10 seconds setting up your next start. Park yourself at a safe spot, open the map, put your character where future you can resume with 0 confusion. If the game lets you write notes, do 1 tiny note like next, go left, then you close it. This is the gaming equivalent of laying out your gym clothes the night before. And step 4, make it visible and honest. Tell your partner your plan, not with a big speech, just a clean boundary. Hey, I'm going to do 2 micro sessions this week, okay? 20 minutes each, after the baby goes down, of course. Timer on, then I'm fully present again. This sounds small, right? But it removes secrecy, and secrecy is where guilt breeds. Why this works? You crush choice overload, you create implementation intentions, and you preserve autonomy. Because you chose this, you're not just reacting to the craving. But even with a perfect plan, you can still feel guilty because guilt is not about minutes, it's about identity. This is where it leads to the 3rd fix. This one is the cure. You stop seeing yourself as a gamer who can't keep up and you become a gamer who plays in seasons. You are not failing, you are evolving. The exact steps are as follow. Step 1, name your current season. Say it out loud, even if it feels cheesy. This is my micro gaming season. Step 2, define your minimum viable play. The smallest amount of gaming that still makes you feel like you. For most new parents, it's a ridiculously small amount. 2 micro sessions a week, 1 boss attempt and 1 exploration session. That's it. Step 3, change the scoreboard. Stop measuring gaming by hours. Measure it by completed loops. Did you do your planned sessions and stop cleanly? That is a win. Did you come back tomorrow without a dread? That is a win. Did gaming give you energy, not take it? That is the realest of wins. And here's the weird part. When you stop chasing catching up, you enjoy the game more because your brain is not playing to relieve guilt, it's playing to experience. Why this works? Identity-based motivation is simple. If your identity says, I'm the kind of person who games in short and intentional loops, the micro sessions feel normal. If your identity says, real game is grind, then micro sessions feel like failure. So you rewrite the identity. And now there's the one sentence that ends guilt instantly. Guilt doesn't come from gaming. Guilt comes from unclear agreements. When the people around you don't know when you'll be back and you don't know either, your brain labels play as selfish. So here's the sentence. Say it to your partner and say it to yourself. I'm going to play for 20 minutes. Timer on, and then I'm fully yours. That's it. Not I will just hop on for a bit. Not let me quickly do something, because a bit is where your guilt lives. This is the payoff. When you plan your stop point, you protect your family time. When you plan your micro session, you protect your gaming time. And when you communicate it clearly, you protect your relationship. Now, gaming becomes a small, honest form of recovery, not a sneaky escape. And ironically, this is when it starts feeling fun again. So here's the whole ladder in one breath. Scan for a stop point, play in micro sessions, run a 2-game season with a micro session menu, and adopt the identity of a seasonal gamer. You don't need more time. You need a better start button and even a better stop button. If you're on a job, partner, babyface right now, I see you. You're not behind. You're just in a different chapter in life. Now, I'm just curious a little bit. What's your current season and what is the one game you're choosing for your 2-game plan? Drop in the comments because I want to steal your picks. And if you try the 20-minute sentence tonight, come back and tell me if the guilt actually drops. See you in the next one.